Hi, I'm Alexa and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first conversation video that I have on my channel at all. Most of the things that I post are vlog style videos, which I love doing, but I have been really called to start making these more conversation videos and hoping to find a really strong and powerful community that finds inspiration as well as connection through these videos as I am finding with others. So today is actually a really exciting video. I wasn't planning on making this, it just kind of stuck out to me to make. So I'm actually really looking forward to discussing this. We're gonna talk about being an it girl. I feel like being an it girl has only come into discussion since social media. I feel like since TikTok becoming such a huge thing, maybe even the last couple of years, everyone's like, I am that girl, I'm the it girl, I wake up, I go to Pilates, I eat really healthy, I drink my electrolytes, blah 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 blah. That is correlating it girl to things. That's correlating it girl to materialistic aspects. Being an it girl has absolutely nothing to do with the things that you physically do in your life. It actually has everything and only to do with the energy that you have, the energy that you put out into your life. Now, could getting up every day and going to Pilates and going to get exercise and eating well and taking care of your body and doing all the things that make you feel good contribute to that energy? Absolutely, absolutely. But if you're doing all these things and you're not taking care of your headspace, you're not taking care of you, your mental, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're still treating yourself badly, that is not it girl energy. It girl energy is you treating you like you are an it girl without having to compare it to anybody else's version of that. It has nothing to do with the way you look. It has nothing to do with the way you live your life. If you have money, if you have a sick job, it has nothing to do with that stuff. It's an energy you put out into the world, and that's how you attract those good people into your life. That's how you attract that confidence into your life. You become it. I'll tell you what happened to me as it girl energy goes. This was the year of 2020. COVID was in our lives like a cloud just looming over our heads. I had nothing else to do and I was in such a dark place because, conversation for another video, I have struggled with my mental health probably since I was 15 years old, in and out, before even really knowing what any of what I was feeling actually meant. I just came out of a pretty toxic relationship. I had moved in with my best friend and was just staying on her couch with my dog, and then COVID hit. And someone asked me at my job, what are you gonna do with your 2 weeks off? Because that was when we all thought that we had just 2 weeks off. And I was like, I'm gonna get my shit together. And I remember saying that, and I remember that switch in my head was the click that I needed for everything to start falling into place for me. And it had nothing to do with my physical, but I did start with deciding I was going to take care of myself. I did start with self-discipline. I did start with, I'm going to, because I really love making videos, and I was starting to make videos, TikTok was really new to me, and I was starting to make videos on TikTok, so I was making makeup videos, and I was like, I will do this every single day. I had nothing else better to do. I will do this every day. I will go on a run, I will work out every single day, I will practice making gnocchi, bagels, pina coladas. I was in the kitchen, I was reading. I actually really wasn't watching much TV, surprisingly. I was scrolling on TikTok, but that was kind of when I got out of my TV era and was just going within, and that was when I had, I think, my biggest spiritual enlightenment. I'd probably say the first spiritual awakening. Although I have already felt this within me for a very long time, this is when I would consider to be my first spiritual enlightenment during that time, 2020, which I think was for a lot of people because there was nothing else to do than to go within. And I think that was a really big eye-opener for so many of us because there were so many things that were covered up because of all the distractions that we had in life before COVID, and everyone just had to settle down. So I was really taking care of myself. I was really in my it girl era, and then COVID started to slow down a little bit. We were all able to start going back to work, and I knew that I was going back to work. I was going back into life again, a changed person. I knew I was not going to put so much pressure on the way that I looked physically, and I knew I was just gonna love myself for everything that I have, all the ugly, all the beautiful. I was gonna aggressively love that for me. And I found so much freedom in that. And that is how I ultimately gained this it girl energy without even knowing. I moved from my best friend's house, moved into my parents' house during COVID, and then moved out when it was appropriate, and moved in with two of my best friends. And I remember when people were talking about that girl, it was that trend, that girl, I'm that girl because I do this, this, this. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, I am that girl. Like, I am that girl. And I was saying, because I'm doing all these things already, I'm already waking up early, going on a walk, getting sun on my face, journaling, meditating, doing a flow, doing a workout. And I was like, I already am that girl. How that feels so good. And I remember really struggling because I was going through a hormonal imbalance, and I started breaking out really, really aggressively, and hair started thinning, body was like fluctuating, my weight. It was just a really, really weird time, mood swings. But I remember still feeling super beautiful because of all the work that I had done before going into something that affected my physical so much. It affected my mental as well, because I was like, what's going on? I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening. But I never thought for a second, like, you're so ugly because you're breaking out. You're so ugly because your weight is fluctuating or your hair is thinning. I never felt that way about myself. And I continued to take this it girl energy because I was like, I'm doing my best here, And that work that I had done during 2020 contributed to that. And if I wouldn't have done that, I think that the hormonal imbalance would have really broken me again. Life is about ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, and I feel like we all know that. I think that a lot of us forget that life has to have their ups and downs, because there has to be balance. In order for there to be bad, there needs to be good, and vice versa. So, and there's a lesson in all of it, and if you continue to think that everything works out in your favor, then it just will, even what we deem as bad. But anyway, that's going on a different direction. That roller coaster. I'm not saying that things are not going to come up that put you back into a depression, that make you feel worthless and little energy. I'm not saying that if that's something that already comes up for you, that just because you realize, I'm an it girl, that you're just never going to feel that darkness ever again. That's not what I'm saying at all. Are there practices and things that need to happen in order to maybe not feel so down and dark in your depressive era? Yeah, I think I'm still working on that, where it doesn't hit so heavy and so at home, and maybe I'll discuss that later on. But when it came to my path, at 100%, there have been times where I went into some of my deepest depressive times that lasted, I thought, forever. It seemed like I was depressed for like a year and a half. Nothing ever gave me those fireworks in my stomach like I had remembered when I was going through 2020, and when I really, really felt like I was that girl. And I totally lost that energy. And all of the work that I had put into myself is still there, but some things just were bigger than that and had to put me back down for me to go back up. I think that's normal and natural, and I have to believe that, because if I didn't, then I would feel like something was wrong with me. And I just don't think anything's wrong with me just because I have ups and downs in my life. I lost that energy. I started feeling like I was losing myself. But with that being said, energy comes and goes. That good energy, that it girl energy comes and goes. Like I said, it is a mindset. So this past year and a half, when I kind of was in my deep dark. This past in the past couple of years, up until maybe 6 months ago, is when I started to feel light come back into myself. And during those dark times, I kind of lost that energy. And then I was working extra hard, thinking that if I just did this, I'd get back to that. If I just worked out every day, I'd get back to that. But then the consistency wasn't there, because the love that I wanted to put into myself wasn't there. So then the consistency with working out wasn't there. The consistency with eating well wasn't there. I just pretty much lost that aspect of me that I really admired about myself. And even with saying that, that one aspect, the admiration for myself, was just kind of teetering. It really wasn't there either. So the reason why I wanted to make this video was to remind my friends out there, to remind people that were in a similar situation as me, that you could turn it on. It girl energy has nothing to do with, like I had already said, your physical world, your material world. It has everything to do with the inside and the energy that you put into yourself and into your life. So if you want to look in the mirror right this second, and I say do it right now. Pause this video, go look in the mirror and say, I am it girl. I am the it girl. And start affirming that within yourself, then I guarantee you will start to feel like it girl, and watch all the like really cool things come into your life and how much easier it will be to actually want to do things for yourself, to want to keep your home clean, to want to move your body every day, to keep promises to yourself, because you're realizing that it's not the physical aspects of your life that make you it girl. It's the energy that you put into yourself and the energy that you have that makes you that. I literally loved talking about this because this not only, I hope, can like reach the right audience and can help others remember what they're made of and remember their worth, but discussing it and saying it out loud also helps me remember that it is up to me to be that person. If I want to be that girl, if I want to be a bad bitch, if I want to be dark feminine, a feminine woman, if I want to be balanced up, if I wanted to be a boss, if I wanted to be, it's up to me. I am the creator of my reality, and it starts with the energy that I put out into the world. And then the energy that I put out, what is reflected is my physical. Starts with you. It starts in here and in here. It starts with you. How are you to get up and go and do a workout? Get up and make yourself a really nice breakfast. Get up and get dressed. How are you supposed to do any of those things to create the outside world to look nice in your head without starting with yourself, without starting with, you know, I love myself enough, and I am that girl, so I am gonna get up and do this thing because I deserve it. How are you gonna do that without starting with yourself? So, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that we can find each other again in another video. Like I said, this is my first video. I even have a little mic right here, which is really exciting. I bought mics and everything, and I have a camera. I'm just really looking forward to continuing to build what I'm building, and I just hope and pray that my efforts with myself will also contribute to others' lives as well. With myself, I am spiritually enhancing my life so that way I can live my life to my fullest, and I would love to contribute that and to help others do that as well, because no one's lives are going to look the same, so we might as well live our life to our fullest with some spiritual enhancement, with some wellness, with some beauty, with some it girl energy. So okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have like the most amazing day. See you next time in another video.